Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Shahmi bin Jalaluddin. My ID number is 2024738667. Today I want to present about question 3. First is table 1. Differences between registered appraiser and registered valuer. A registered appraiser and registered valuer are both professional, recognized by both, but in practice they do different things depending on their specialty and the scope of their authority. This is table for table 1. We have aspect about registered appraiser and registered valuer, definition, registration, scope of work, authority, professional responsibility, and example. For example, for table 1 is market assessment, for investment analysis, for registered appraiser, for registered valuer, evaluation for mortgage financing. Both about registered appraiser and registered valuer is for registration, register with both. For authority, for registered appraiser is limited appraiser function, and registered valuer is authorized to sign valuation report. Next is table 2. Differences between probationary valuer and registered valuer. A probationary valuer is PV, is an individual who has gained a recognized qualification and is in practical training under the supervision of a registered valuer. In table for table 2 is have a status, registration, experience, authority, supervision, and responsibility. Responsibility about probationary valuer and registered valuer is for PV, learning and gaining experience. For RV is full professional responsibility. And for authority, PV cannot sign valuation report independently. And then for RV, can sign and issue valuation report. Both about PV and RV for registration is PV is registered as PV and RV is registered as RV. Lastly is question for table 3, differences between broker, REN and registered estate agent. In Malaysia, the real estate agency profession has a few different layers, kind of practical people doing similar but not exactly the same work. Usually come across broker, real estate negotiator (REN) and registered estate agent. A broker is an intermediary person who link buyer and seller together. However, in Malaysia, the word broker is not given a proper legal place under Act 242. In table 3, we have recognition under Act 242, registration requirement, professional qualification, independent practice, established agency firm, supervise other, and main function. Main function for broker is introduce buyer and seller. For REN, for main function is assist in marketing and negotiation. For registered estate agent, for main function is manage and conduct estate agency service. For established agency firm, for broker is no, for REN is no, but for registered estate agent is yes. And then for recognition under Act 242, for broker not formally recognized, for REN is recognized, do REN registration, and for registered estate agent is fully recognized professional.
Assalamualaikum, and I am Fakhri Ammar bin Muzree with student ID 2024783855. Today I will be presenting on professional indemnity insurance or PII for valuation firm in Malaysia. Professional indemnity insurance is a type of insurance that protects valuation firms against claims resulting from professional negligence, errors, omissions, or breaches of professional duty. This insurance is important because valuers provide property valuation reports that are relied to clients, banks, investors, and government agencies when making financial decisions. If a valuer makes a mistake in assessing a property's value, it may lead to financial loss for client and legal action against the valuation firm. Next is purpose of PII. The main purpose of PII are to protect valuation firms from professional negligence claims, provide financial protection against legal expenses and compensation costs, safeguard clients' interests, ensure compliance with professional requirements established by BOVIAP, and enhance the firm's professional reputation and credibility. Therefore, PII serves as an important risk management tool that allows valuation firms to carry out their professional duties with greater confidence. Next, I will explain the example of claimable loss and the benefit of professional indemnity insurance. One example is an incorrect property valuation. If a property is overvalued or undervalued and this causes financial loss to a client or financial institution, a compensation claim may be made against the valuation firm. Another example is errors and omission in valuation reports, such as failing to include important information regarding zoning restriction, easement or land use conditions. PII may also cover claims arising from a breach of professional duty when a valuer failed to comply with professional standards or regulations. In addition, the insurance covers legal defense costs, including lawyer fees, court expenses, investigation costs, and settlement negotiation. Next is benefits of PII. The benefit of PII is significant. It protects valuation firms for substantial financial loss, covers legal defense and litigation costs, provides compensation to affected clients, enhance public confidence in the valuation profession, support compliance with regulatory requirements, and protect the firm's reputation and business continuity. In conclusion, professional indemnity insurance is essential for valuation firms because it protects both the firm and its client while promoting professionalism, accountability, and trust in the valuation industry.
I will be presenting question 5, which discusses four types of misconduct and ethics for registered valuer and appraiser under SCT 242. Professional misconduct refers to action that violate ethical standards and professional regulation. These rules are designed to ensure that valuers and appraisers perform their duties with honesty, integrity, transparency, and accountability. The first type of misconduct is failure to disclose conflict of interest. Under Rule 65, this occurs when a valuer has a personal interest in a property or transaction but fails to inform the client. For example, valuing a property owned by a family member without disclosing the relationship. The second type is charging contingent fees under Rule 67. This means a valuer cannot charge fee based on the outcome of a case or valuation result. For example, charging additional fees in a client successfully receive compensation. The third type is public criticism of fellow professional under Rule 62. Value should maintain professional respect and avoid publicly criticizing other professionals. An example would be posting negative comments about competitors on social media. The fourth type is inaccuracy of statement and misleading reports under Rule 64. They involve providing false or misleading information in valuation reports. For example, omitting structural defect in a property to increase its value. In conclusion, these ethical rules are important because they protect client and the public, maintain professional integrity, and ensure compliance with ACT 242 provide regulations. Next, I will explain question 6, which focus on 4 matters that are prohibited in advertisement by registered values and valuation firms. Rules 111 of ACT 242 regulates advertising practice to ensure that advertisements remain truthful, professional, and do not mislead the public or create unfair competition. The first prohibited matter is inaccurate or misleading statements. Firms are not allowed to make false or misleading claims in their advertisement, for example, claiming a 100% success rate. The second is explicit solicitation of instructions. Valuation firms cannot directly ask potential clients to appoint or hire them. For example, using advertising phrases such as appoint our firm today. The third prohibited method is comparison with other firms. Firms should not compare their service with competitors in order to gain an advantage. For example, claiming that their services are cheaper or faster than other firms. The fourth is claim of specialization or expert status. Firms cannot claim to be specialists or expert without proper recognition. For example, advertising themselves as the only valuation experts in Malaysia. To conclude, this restriction promote ethical advertising practice, protect consumer from misleading information, maintain professionalism, and ensure fair competition within the valuation industry.